Hi, my name's Yvette Greenway and I'm one of the founders of SOS Silence of Suicide. We're a social support group that aim to encourage open discourse around the subjects of suicide and all other aspects of mental health, whether it be substance abuse, anorexia, depression, anxiety, self-harm. It doesn't really matter. Anything that impacts upon your mental well-being is important to us and we take it extremely seriously. Which is why we're on board with a group of women who have had their expectations dashed, their retirement plans thrown into complete disarray, resulting in poverty, anxiety, depression, instances of self-harm, thoughts of suicide. So who are these women? Well, there's a lot of you out there. An estimated 3.5 million women who were born in the 1950s and because of government policy won't get their pension at the age of 60 or at any time in the near future, it seems, with substantial financial losses. But it's not just the financial impacts that makes this so serious. It's the psychological trauma that these women are now going through, worrying about how they're going to make ends meet, worrying about being forced back into the workplace, which is dominated more and more by young people in a high-tech world that these women don't necessarily have the skill set for. So what's going to become of them? How can we right this? It's quite simple. We give them the pensions now, at the age of 60, when they're expecting it. Not in 2 years, not in 3 years, not in 6 years' time, but now, when they need it, because this is what they've planned for. This is their entitlement. This is their due. If anybody else took money away from people like this, we'd call it theft. It's that simple. So imagine that type of pressure on you, fighting day in and day out for what is rightfully yours. So whether you're affected by this now and you're one of the millions of women that were born in the 1950s, whether you'd like to support those women in their fight because, it could be you in a few years' time, then we'd like you to support this campaign. #BackTo60. You can find it on Facebook, you can find it on Twitter. On our SOS website, we've got a survey that deals with the effect of the pensions and their deferral and mental health. What issues does this deferral provoke? So we'd like you to complete that. It will take a couple of minutes of your time, but it's well worthwhile. In the meantime, if you want to stay up to date with exactly what's happening in this campaign on the psychological issues, then you can follow us on Twitter at SOS_initiatives, or for the campaigning information, the latest updates on what's happening when, how far we've progressed, and the survey information, then please follow us at Annecy Campaigns. Thank you for listening.